It's the Ides of March 2026, and today we are sailing back into Skull and Bones. UG, what's up, UG? Sinister, hello, Sinister. How's it going? Hope y'all are well. So, yeah, we're playing Skull and Bones today. Just gonna be sailing around, doing nonsense, talking nonsense. And, yeah, we have the faction war continuing. We have the founding event for another week or so. And yeah, that's pretty much everything going on Skull and Bones at the moment. So we'll talk Skull and Bones, and we'll talk about life and whatever else you guys want to talk about today. But yeah, just gonna be a chill stream for a few hours with UG, Riley, me, hanging out as long as they want to hang out. Maybe real life stuff comes up and they're like, okay, I've had enough today, bye, GB. And then they leave me abandoned on an island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Anyways, I hope you're all having a good weekend. And I do appreciate all of you that watch my GTA and Skull and Bones content and the streams, as always. And you all are amazing. Just want you all to know that. Despite what's going on in the world, I appreciate you all for taking the time to watch my streams and my content. Each and every one of you, my amazing viewers, subscribers, followers over on Twitch. Hello, followers on Twitch. If there's any followers watching, hi. Along with my friends, my mods, fans, of course, Super Chat heroes like Sinister, and all my amazing YouTube members. And if you want to learn more about the YouTube membership program, click the join button. All YouTube members get access to the badges, the emotes, shout outs at the beginning of streams. You get included below in the description section of all YouTube streams. Early access to one video a week, which will be Monday morning. So that video, Monday morning, early access for members. And then it'll be available like 3 hours later for everybody else. And members also get included in the description section of the YouTube channel, along with the live stream schedule. Usually we stream Saturdays and Sundays, 12 p.m. Central. And at the moment, 5 p.m. UK until they get daylight savings, and it'll be back to 5 p.m. 6 p.m. UK. But for the next couple weeks, it's 5 p.m. UK, 12 p.m. Central, yeah. But, yeah, so that's the plannerling going forward, along with the weekend streams, which you can always find the schedule in the description section, along with all of our members, and, of course, various socials, Twitch, Discord, and the Vlogs channel. The Elite Members, UG Outlaw, who's in the chat, and he's going to be selling along with us today. Fat Chinese Gaming, Deluxe Members, Red the 8-Bit Dinosaur, Junior Members, Huttch Plays, Kane, Sheep Taco Man, Tyler 98735, and Exo Brad 53. Junior Members, Deluxe Members, Elite Members, and Super Chat Heroes going above and beyond for the GB Nation. All right, let's go play the one of the pirate games out there. There's a few pirate games now. We got Sea of Thieves, we got Skull and Bones. There's Windrose. I think it's called Windrose. Looks interesting. So hopefully that ends up being a good game. UG says, just wrapped up Silent Hill, so I'm ready to sail around. Nice relaxing sail. And no, we probably won't go fight the Kraken. I mean, unless we just in a mood. Riley, UG, and me. I don't know what it is. We have the worst luck going after the Kraken. Because I do want to talk about the deck stream from this past week. I was going to make a video about it, but then I kind of got busy. And I just didn't have a chance to make a video. But I could talk about my thoughts regarding the deck stream. So the deck stream, which is done by the dev team at Ubisoft Singapore, and they talk about what's going on in the game right now. They answer some questions, they interact with the viewers, and they do a good job with that. But yeah, there's a few things that they're obviously working on to hopefully improve Skull and Bones going into year 3. Hey, you stole my mask. What you doing? Why you stealing my mask for, brah? What's up with that? It's fine. The same mask Riley does not like. She wants me to find something else for this character. I don't know. I like wearing this mask, okay? And obviously others like wearing the yellow Skull and Bones mask as well. I mean, I tried the wolf mask, for Halloween? It didn't work out. So I did write down notes. And yeah, I'm very analytical. See? So during the deck stream, I was hanging out with everyone else in the live chat. And I was also jotting down notes of the things that was discussed. So stuff, I guess, worth talking about today. during the stream. All right, so let's just real quick. They talked about the Corvette, the Kraken. They talked about the faction war. They talked about how they just they take in the feedback, but they don't like rush to change anything. Which I understand that, because if you rush to change something that only a few people are complaining about, then you might make something worse. So they like to take time, especially like with something like the Kraken, and they hear the pros and the cons from the community before they make a decision to do something one way or the other. So I do commend the Skull and Bones team for that, because you can make a mistake of being too quick to change something, and a lot of times that ends up making something worse. Hey, what's up, Red? How's it going? And other things they discussed was the ship rank system. I don't know how people are having trouble with the ship rank system, because, like, for example, like I have several ships ranked 17. It's not that difficult to do in World Tier 2, because all you really got to do is get some of your ascended weapons or armor to that. See how the diamonds are glowing? Like, there's yellow diamonds, and there's some diamonds that kind of have this like this little like glowing fire thing happening, this graphic. You just have to have some weapons on your ship you have to have weapons and armor fully ascended, and you have to have some that are doing the glowy glow thing, right? And then of course you have to have the armor. Also, you have to have furniture, and of course you have to have the ship fully upgraded. So you have to have your ships fully upgraded 7 out of 7. So those are the things you have to do to get your ship up to armor level 7, but some people are having an issue with that. The Ascension RNG. So a lot of people complain about the Ascension RNG, and I agree. I do feel like there are times I'll watch Riley ascending, like her weapons or armor, and it just screws her over. So I agree with that. I do think that they need to improve the RNG for the Ascension. And several of us were discussing, like, why is it that let me go to the blacksmith real quick and I'll explain this. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a great weekend. You wrapped up Silent Hill. Nice. Very nice, UG. But anyways, let's run over here really, really quick. So some of you know how the Ascension works. And I will agree that Ascension is kind of ridiculous. So at the moment, you start off with 75 rolls, right? You have 75 chances to get the different Ascension pieces that you want. So if I want to go and change any of these, because this is, I guess, the reward item I got, so it was automatically like fully ascended. But I also get the 75 rolls for this Royal Custodian. But let's just say I'm not happy with one of these, because I got 2 ironclads, so maybe I want to change one, right? I'm not going to, but I'm just giving you a hypothetical, and I want to change it to something else. But then the RNG kind of screws me over. Now, some of us were discussing, well, why is it 75? Why isn't it like 99 rolls? Like, why can't they bump it up to 99 to increase your chances of getting what you want? Or better yet, just make it unlimited. So they could do that. So yeah, they talked about that. They talk about the weapons, like the torpedoes and other weapons. And some people say the torpedoes are too OP. Like, here's my issue. I'd rather everything be OP, weapon-wise, than everything being weak sauce and unusable. I think some things need to be buffed a little bit, like the culverins, because I'm all about the culverins. I think it would be nice if the culverins were buffed and the long guns maybe, but I mean, to be honest, I don't want things too OP, but I also don't want things nerfed either. So I don't think the torpedoes need to be nerfed. There's only one complaint I really have about the torpedoes. No, it's not the historical inaccuracy. Okay, we're kind of past that now with all the sea monsters and others like mystical stuff going on in this pirate game. I mean, it is a pirate game after all. My complaint is the one that auto locks. Like, there's one torpedo that basically will are kind of like heat-seeking torpedoes, and that doesn't make sense to me. But I do like the fact that the torpedoes require you to have to do a bit of like aiming, like especially if you're like shooting at a moving target, you have to kind of like aim the shot like right in front of them so that the torpedoes actually hit the target when you're like moving around the target or you're attacking a convoy. So it does require a little bit of skill to use the torpedoes and some of the other weapons. They talked about the faction war. They acknowledged that, some people are like not really into the faction war. and they've talked about how they're working on improving it going forward. And by the way, I did do a video, Ubisoft. You're welcome to go check out the video on the playlist. My thoughts about what y'all could do with the faction war. Speaking of, because it's going on right now, but I mean, how many people do people really care? Are people just doing it for the sake of doing it? I do have a few deliveries I gotta do. I'll do those just to do them. But I already maxed out my like war assets for. See, I got mine already maxed out, 30 out of 30. So right now we're trailing here. So how are we doing here? We're losing here, and oh, we're losing in all three spots. Like the DMC might actually get some wins. Well, I mean, they still got 8 days, so don't give up yet, DMC. You might get 1 or 2 wins, maybe. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, do people care about this as much? Maybe. I mean, this is like 4 million each, 13 million, 12 million, 9 million. So they're probably gonna at least lock this one down. So it looks like the DMC will at least get this one. I think people do it because it gives them something to do, and it's also goes back to like getting these additional items from the faction war, like getting up here to level 30, like I've done, and also to get the drip from the trade broker. So we'll go down to the trade broker because now you can, at level 30, you can now get all the faction war content that we were fighting over last season, like the ship cosmetics, the captain cosmetics for both sides of the war, the company and the DMC. So that was a motivating factor. But now that that's passed, I wonder how motivated people are going to be going forward, because the prize at the end of this faction war is an aura. Yay, an aura, whoop-de-doo. I mean, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but geez. So I already got all this stuff. I already bought all these things. So I'm good in this department. But yeah, that's that. Warehouse storage. Okay, so let's talk about warehouse storage really quick. Yeah, warehouse storage is definitely something that people have been complaining about. Because right now I got 20 slots available, and that's like me just doing my best not to put anything in here I don't want in here, and leaving like commodities kind of limited. Like to only like these like relics if I are rare items that haven't appeared in the game in a quick minute. And of course, crafting weapons, always going through the weapons is the big problem because of the ascended. Whereas like regular like Warhammer, for example, I could have like a whole bunch of Warhammers. I could have like 30 of these, and it would still take up one spot. But each ascended version of a weapon takes up its own spot. And so my idea was to create like a subcategory. So you would select this, and then under this you would have a certain amount of additional spots. Let's just say 10 in the subcategory for ascended weapons. You could add 10 additional Warhammers or 10 additional Frostwells, and the same thing applies to the armor. So that's something they're still trying to sort out. And they were like, oh, we're still trying to figure out why the warehouse is being filled up. Gee, I wonder why the warehouse is being filled up. Like, come on, you guys know why our warehouses are being filled up to 500. It's not a secret. It's not a mystery. Come on. Like, when I heard him say that, I just rolled my eyes back. I'm like, what? And I also wondered if I misheard him. But I don't think I did. I mean, sometimes I do, but in that situation, I'm like, come on, man. And they did talk about year 3 is going to happen, so good news. We are getting year 3. That has been confirmed. We don't know what year 3 is going to be about, except for one thing. They are working on improving naval combat, so they are doing that, expanding the player choice in naval combat, so that's going to be interesting. And this is a game that relies heavily on naval combat, and improving naval combat is definitely a plus. There are most likely more large ships coming, and I think they acknowledged a tease. I think it's at the shipwright. Let me go look real quick. We're going to go to the shipwright, because I've been meaning to go over here, but I keep getting distracted by real life shit. All right, is this the tease? I mean, that looks like a frigate, doesn't it? Is this supposed to be the tease, or was this something else? Because if that's the tease, it's not a very good tease, because that's, I don't know. maybe it's the frigate. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's the frigate, or do y'all think that's something else? Or am I looking in the wrong spot for the quote-unquote tease? Because they said the tease for a future large ship is actually already in the game. So maybe I'm the one that's in the wrong here. Which, you know, whatever. What else is new? But I think it might be this. Then again, maybe it's not this. Maybe it's something else. But, I mean, we already have a pretty good idea about at least 2 ships that they're going to port over from that are NPC ships right now. That would make sense since they're already in the game. The Flute, which is the big Dutch ship, right? Because the Dutch have a big ship that they use. Not a huge ship. It's not like a man of war size, but it's considered a large ship in the game. So most likely we'll see a Flute. And then Lee's ship, right? Lee uses the war junk. Let's see, several others use the war junk, including what Commander Zhang, he uses a war junk. And I think the Weeping Mother uses a war junk. And there might be one other. Is it the Nain that uses a war junk? The Nain event's about to start. So you look in the calendar, right? So we still got a little bit of time left from now to the 23rd for those of you that are still working on the founding event to get done with the founding event. And then on the 21st, the Nain returns for a month. And I think that Nain uses a war junk. I could be wrong. But was that everything? Yeah, I think that was everything. Because on my next page, I have notes for tomorrow's video, which I got to work on after I'm done with the stream. So anyway, so those are the notes that I wrote down from the deck stream. Maybe I missed a thing or two. But yeah, I mean, I'm still an advocate for adding more time to the Kraken. And someone and I got into like a discussion about it in the Discord over on Skull and Bones. And there are players that obviously have gotten to the point where they can beat the Kraken in 10 minutes. Okay. GG's. Well done. Amazing player. But there's a lot of us that still can't do it. And Riley even told me this, and maybe she can back up this story, that she went in to fight the Kraken. And she had a whole bunch of people, like, with the Garudas, like 8 Garudas. And she's in the voice chat, so when she's ready to talk, she can talk. And apparently, hi, babe. And Yuji's also here. Hi, Yuji.
Hey.
Okay. So I'll let you guys chat in a moment. Sorry. So Riley, tell us your last encounter with the Kraken. How did that go?
Well, it didn't go too well. We got it to like 20% health, and that was with 8 Garudas, me and a cutter, a bark and a corvette. And we still couldn't beat it. I think we were like maybe like a minute 30 off.
Damn.
From beating it. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what's interesting is that during the deck stream, one of their guys, Neo, who's playing the game in the background, while Samuel and Asa, they were talking. And he was with a crew of people that were actually beating the Kraken. But I get the feeling that those players are probably very experienced in fighting the Kraken at this point. They have the meta builds, and they're like the top tier, like Skull and Bones players.
Were they all Garudas?
I don't think they were all Garudas, but there's definitely a few Garudas in the fight. But they managed to beat the Kraken several times during the 1 hour deck stream. So I did see that. But why does everything have to come down to one ship? Why does it have to be the Garuda? Isn't the idea where you could have like different ship types that have the ability to fight and take down the Kraken? I mean, that part kind of irks me a little bit. Because then you're like telling all the other classes that we have, like, oh, no, you can't use a frigate. No, you can't use a corvette. No, you can't use a bark or snow. You have to use a Garuda. Whatever. But anyways, hi, Riley. Hi, Yuji. Any thoughts y'all would like to share before we continue?
Not really.
Okay. But yeah, that was pretty much. I guess that was the too long didn't read version of the deck stream. I think I covered it pretty thoroughly. Hopefully. Man, I like the fact they do these deck streams. You know, to talk to the viewers and everybody. and just let people know, like, hey, this is what's going on in the game at the moment. This is what we're working on. We're reading your feedback, you know. So I do appreciate that, you know. And I think they're a good team, you know, but I think the problem is they're limited. There's probably not as many of them focused on Skull and Bones because it's also Ubisoft Singapore that's focusing on Black Flag Resynced. So a large percentage of their team is probably focused on Black Flag Resynced, right? So there's not as many of them probably assigned to Skull and Bones at the moment. Or they're having to wear multiple hats, right? They're having to do both because a lot of people are having to do that nowadays. So I'm not going to sit here and like rip on the dev team because I think they've done for the most part a decent job with the game. It's much better than it was at launch, but you know there's always room for improvement. But yeah, so if anyone else wishes to chime in about their thoughts regarding the state of Skull and Bones, what they're liking, what they're not liking, what they think needs to be changed in year 3, feel free and let us know. And if you guys have any thoughts, well, feel free and step up and push me out of the way and take the floor.
I don't know what else I could add.
Yeah, just don't do to me what the Senate did to Julius Caesar on this day about 1,000-something years ago. Yeah, don't do that, please. Because today's the Ides of March, and Caesar was warned about the Ides of March, and he didn't listen after he became Emperor of Rome. And the Senate conspired against him and assassinated him on the Senate floor, and that caused a huge civil war. And ultimately, Caesar's adopted son became the next emperor. So it's loosely the inspiration for the Julius Caesar play by William Shakespeare. But Julius Caesar was the first emperor of Rome, basically. And that's where the name Caesar came. That's why all the other emperors took the name Caesar. Like Caesar Augustus and all that. Okay. But, you know, a little history. So today, March 15th, is the Ides of March, which is why I put that in the title, because I had nothing else. Are you in the game yet, babe?
Yeah, I'm doing an extraction.
Okay, no problem. So, Yuji, what do you need to do in the game today? You got anything you want to do?
Anything. I'm up for anything, but I am staying away from the Kraken.
Yeah, we're not going to go fight the Kraken.
Yeah.
I respect people's opinions about why the Kraken's timer shouldn't be increased, but I disagree with their opinions. Because, see, a lot of them go at it from their own point of view, and they're not thinking about the community as a whole. And there's so many times we've been in a fight against the Kraken when we almost have it beat, and yet the timer runs out. And you've wasted all that time and all that ammo for nothing. And as I've stated to them multiple times, I'm not asking for it to be nerfed. I just think that if you gave people 5 more minutes to fight the Kraken, then that would be good for the community as a whole. And, you know what, to make them happy, give them a special, like, what is it, an achievement, right? A badge. Like, give them a unique badge, right? That acknowledges that they beat the Kraken in 10 minutes or less. There. Then they can flex that in their little player banner. But I'm sorry. I go by what other people have told me. And yeah, there's some people that have told me that they can beat it in 10 minutes. But there's a lot of people that have told me otherwise. And it pisses people off. After trying over and over again, like I've tried, like Yuji has tried, like Riley has tried, and others have tried, to no avail. And I feel like that there's probably some players that have just quit the game at the moment. Because they've done everything else in the game. You know, they've maxed out the founding event, and they're up to speed on the faction war. They just don't give a shit about the faction war. And so the only other new thing that's in the game at the moment is the Kraken. And if they can't beat the Kraken, no matter how many times they go up against it, then then what can you do? And the counter arguments will like, well, turn crossplay off. Well, we did that a few weeks ago, and we still weren't able to beat the Kraken because other people are also trying to beat the Kraken on PlayStation. And then, it goes to whole the player stacking also stacks the I guess the power of the sea monster or the sea lord or captain or whatever you're fighting. And then it doesn't help, as I've also pointed out to these people, that whenever the Kraken goes underwater, you can't damage it, and the timer's still going down. Like, at least pause the timer whenever it's completely underwater, so that that might buy us a few more seconds, and maybe a few more seconds could be enough to get at least some wins against the Kraken. But yeah, how bad? Are you ready? Okay.
You can invite me.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not even asking for like 30 minutes like everything else has in the game. I'm not asking for 20 minutes.
I'm asking for an hour.
Yeah, just give us unlimited time. Yeah, just make it easy. I want the Kraken, the moment we show up, the Kraken just to die, and then just give us our rewards. I mean, that's the way people act. They act like that's what we want. Like, no, that's not what we want. It's just we just need a little bit more time to fight him. It keeps giving me a failed to perform operation. I guess maybe one of them will work. I'm trying to get you in, babe.
Yeah, if not, then I'll restart the game.
Okay. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday so far.
Not so bad.
So you're playing some.
Still waking up.
Yeah. Yeah. As usual, I have to go wake her up in the morning and bring her breakfast. And this morning she didn't want her yogurt.
Nope.
But how was Silent Hill, UG?
Yeah, I think I've had enough mind fuckery for one day.
Yeah. Is it the new version where the fog's not as good, or the OG?
I've actually played the original, so.
Okay. I think that one's better because of the fog.
Yeah.
It's like the newer, because I mean I haven't played them, but I've seen video and comparisons.
Yeah.
And like the fog actually makes it more eerie,
Yeah.
not knowing what's awaiting you on the other side of the fog. It just adds to the ambiance of it.
Yeah, especially like when you have like the radio and every time that thing starts crackling, you kind of shit yourself a little.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that was a mistake they made, just like with the defective edition of San Andreas when they removed the fog.
Oh boy.
And then you could literally see the entire map of San Andreas, and it just obviously looks smaller than it feels. It kind of takes away that illusion of size. I mean, it's a larger map than Vice City or GTA 3, but it just feels larger when you have that fog effect, right? When the draw distance is not as obvious. Like, for example, in like GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2. I guess I'll go over here and do these stupid extractions while we're...
See if you can hear me now.
Yes, dear. Let me try again.
See if it works.
Gosh, yeah. All right, let me get you over here before I start my extractions real quick. I'm just gonna get these over with. All right, so we got Yuji in. All right, let's get Riley in, hopefully. All right, this one.
There we go.
All right, nice. All right, cool. Because I did set up like 3 extractions the other day while I was grinding through my war assets, but I already maxed out the war assets. But I'll go ahead and do these anyways, because it'll at least help the cause, right? Besides, I can't really think of anything else to do. We'll come up with something.
Oh, we will.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's some cosmetics. Is there some cosmetics you still kind of want to try and get in the founding event?
I think I'm just going to do the founding event just to do something.
Yeah,
cosmetics, I just don't care.
Yeah. And there's some decent looking ones, like for ship cosmetics, as well as... where's the game going to send me? But I'm here. Where's my war assets? I guess I gotta go that way. Okay. Alright, let me go. Alright, I'm gonna go fight my way through some DMC ships to make this delivery. Yeah, I don't know. I really feel like they need to do something interesting for year 3. But I don't know. What would you guys like to see? If you guys could have whatever you want in year 3, what would you want?
Said it before, I'll say it again. Land combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people that feel that way. I mean, there's people that are content with no land combat, but I think that land combat would bring more people to the game. So I think that would be a positive more than a negative. But I mean, especially if they manage to do the land combat right. But my theory is they're just simply like, you know, Coors Fleet, we're supposed to be on the same fucking side. Fuck you. Like, which side are you on, Coors Fleet? I thought you were on the side of the French. I mean, you are French after all. Like, what the fuck? Are you like Vichy French? Damn traitors. Just annoying. I'm fighting my way through the Coors Fleet. I mean, through the DMC. I'm also having to deal with them. Okay. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go all the way down there. That sucks. Yeah, I'm not cutting into the middle. I'll just go around. Fuck it. No, I don't want to fight you. Elite warship, or not really elite. Yeah, I'm not fighting you today, Majara. Maybe another time.
So what are you doing, Jimmy?
I'm doing these war extractions because it gives me something to do while we hang out and chat.
I'm doing them too.
Yeah. Well, I only
set up 2.
Yeah, I set up 3, and I just want to get them out of the way. I don't want them to go to waste, so might as well do them.
I gotta do it because I'm still behind the pack. I didn't even finish last week's because I just didn't care.
Wow, you're playing too much infield.
Hey, it's good, okay? Especially that 1.1 update. Oh my god, it was so good.
No. Alright. There we go. But yeah, I think I mean, I think that what they're going to do, I think they're going to add land combat, but I think they're going to wait till Black Flag Resynced is out, and then they're just going to take things that they were building for Black Flag Resynced, including the land combat there, and port it over to Skull and Bones. And not, I mean, you won't be able to like have like straight up land combat. Like, there'll be like key areas where you can do land combat, or like maybe like missions that they're specifically focused on land combat. But we'll see how it goes. But the problem is, like, ever since the beginning of Skull and Bones, when it was first announced and before it went into development hell for a while, like, the key thing was about the ships. And I like the ships. I think that it's amazing to be able to have your own ships and customize your ships, upgrade your ships, and all that stuff. But the one thing we'd ask about since the launch, I mean, since the first announcement of Skull and Bones back in, I think, 2017, was, hey, where's the land combat? Because when you think of it like a hypothetical, like, Black Flag Online game, yeah, the ships, I think, are good, but we also enjoyed, you know, the swashbuckling stuff, you know, going ashore, exploring, getting into fights with the British and with the Spanish and with others, right? Just doing some sword-on-sword action. That didn't sound right. But yeah, I think the land combat is, you know, kind of necessary. What's that? Oh, sorry. Well, I can't read that. That's like, I know a little Spanish text message, but I don't know a lot. So I got like an alert message on my phone. We are under a fire warning, by the way, which, yay, in the middle of March. And like the temperature is actually supposed, like, it's weird. The temperature is actually going to jump up today to like 90 degrees. So, yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it's only March, right? And I can only imagine what summer is going to be like.
Oh, I'd say summer's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Total joy. But, yeah, being under, I don't know if it's a fire watch or a fire warning at the moment. I hope it's just a fire watch, because if it's a warning, that means that there actually is a fire out there. But there's currently a burn ban in all the counties. So, because I'm basically at the border between 2 counties. And I think both counties at the moment have a burn ban in effect. You Dutchies can't stop me. Ha ha ha.
There.
You did it? Good job, Eb. Well done.
There's the attraction.
Yay. Fuck. Alright. I'm almost there. Yeah, but I very much hope that year 3 does turn out to be a, surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. It's just, it feels like, I think we talked about this before. I think it feels like it's being set up to be nothing more than a quality of life year. Because they haven't really, I guess in April they're gonna finally start teasing what's coming in year 3. So we'll see what happens by then. Yeah, I'll come help you in a second, Yuji. I'm almost done with this delivery. But, people want a map expansion, but I don't see that happening.
I want it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it hypothetically could happen down the road, but I just don't think it's going to happen in year 3. Unless it's like one of their, like a trump card they're hiding, right? They're an ace in the hole. Alright, let me switch ships. Gotta get my schooner. Alright. Alright, let's take the schooner and go help Yuji. Okay, where are we at? Oh, yeah, we're up here. Cool. Alright. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend.
I'm having a good weekend.
Yay! Except for us being under a fire warning. Except for that and other crap going on in the world.
Hey man, I'm having the time of my life with Enfield.
Oh, that's good.
Well, except on the second account.
No. Well, I wouldn't mention that. But anyways, other than everything else, hopefully everyone else is doing well. All things considered. Is Gina feeling any better, Yuji?
A slight bit, but she's still not the greatest.
Ugh, that sucks.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well,
I've often said, like, she's been through worse. I mean, she's married to me.
oh, jeez. Well.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to be that hard on yourself.
Yeah, it's fine. She still loves me.
Yeah. Well, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Sure. I think I finally sent me an English version of that text. It is one of the regrets I do have, low-key. I do wish that I would have. Alright, so elevated wildfire potential next 72 hours. Okay. So that's just warning me about something I already knew about. Okay, thanks. But I do regret not learning to be more fluent when it comes to Spanish. That way Riley wouldn't laugh at me as much whenever I do try to pronounce something.
It's just funny the way it just comes out. It's just
Yeah, I can't.
the American accent.
Well,
Just Americanizing every word.
I can't roll the R's, okay? I'm sorry, but I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. But
It's okay. I can't do it either.
it is unfortunate because I mean I was born in Texas. I grew up in Texas, and Texas has always had a huge Hispanic population, And so you could make the argument that Spanish is like our second language in Texas. At least that's my opinion about it. And I've had friends that speak Spanish. And I do kind of wish that I would have actually paid more attention in Spanish class and tried harder. It's like I would try, but then I would just not try. So like, I would encourage anybody raising kids, like, at least have your kids know 2 languages, that especially languages relevant to the region of the world you happen to live in. Like if you live in like the U.S. or like the southwest U.S., you definitely probably want to have your child be fluent in English and Spanish. That would be my suggestion. Plus, it benefits you to be bilingual, just like Riley is. You know, that gives her an advantage over a lot of people that can only speak English or only speak Spanish. But, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, I know it's not too late. I could still do it. I keep saying that, though.
Too late when you're dead.
Too late when you're dead, I agree. It's just one day I just have to make up my mind and say, okay, that's it. I'm actually going to do it. Maybe I should.
Today's the day I'm going to learn to roll my R's.
Maybe actually get better before we end up fleeing to Puerto Rico one day.
I don't know, man. It's not looking good over there.
It's not looking good over here.
It's not looking good anywhere.
True.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not looking good anywhere, no matter where you go.
No. Well, it's funny. There's like a random like post I came across on X. And it was like some really hot chick, and she was standing in front of the Millennium Falcon at Disney. And she asked the question, like, me or the Millennium Falcon? Like, most people are like the Millennium Falcon.
Wow.
And it's like, my response is, I'm taking the Millennium Falcon with a few friends and family, and I'm fucking leaving.
There you go.
At this rate.
I never understand why women actually do that. It's either me or something else. I'm like, fuck off.
I think there's 2 types. There's women that are just being funny, right? And just want the attention. You know, they don't care what the answer is. But then there's women that are vain enough that, and men are like this too. There's definitely men like this that are vain enough to think that people are going to pick them over that, right? I mean, I don't know, a starship that can travel across the galaxy and go to other worlds. Yeah, I'm picking the starship, even if it is basically an RV in space. You know, I'll take that instead. What a load of junk! So, yeah. I'd rather have an actual legit Millennium Falcon. Thank you. Oof. It's funny how I see some of those posts every now and then. Oh, great, the water spout. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, look at the water spout. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at it.
Yeah. Basically, it's just like in the thumbnail where my ship is fleeing the water spout. That's pretty much how I feel about water spouts. No, I don't want to look at it. I want to go the other way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That's just... I know, we've complained about that before. It's small potatoes compared to other things in the game. So... Alright, so we took out one ship. Okay. There we go. Sorry. Not meaning to ram into other people, it just happens. I mean, I blame this weather and the rocky waves, you know, just tossing us around like we're nothing.
It's true.
You know, we could use some of this rain in hill country right now. maybe a lot of it, so that we don't have the entire hill country set ablaze. Oh yeah, Yuji, I was telling Riley this, I think yesterday. And maybe I'm wrong about this. I hope I am, or maybe Riley and I manage to move somewhere else one day before something like this happens. Uh-oh. Rogue wave. Brace yourselves.
What you tell me?
Alright. What I told her was, like, I have this feeling, and maybe I want to be wrong, but I feel like when it comes to living in hill country, especially with all these wildfires that could easily, like, end up starting and, like, just at the wrong place, wrong time, you happen to be in the wrong location. I feel like it's a matter of time before we end up having to deal with a wildfire that comes too close, and perhaps even forces us to evacuate, and maybe even worst case scenario, burns down the neighborhood, including our house. So I've thought about that. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if something like that occurred.
Like, honestly, like, I hope that would never happen to you, but at the same time, nothing surprises me anymore.
No. So, yeah, it's like we have kind of talked about, like, what to grab, like, prioritize things, like, especially if we don't know exactly how much time we have to flee. Obviously we want to try and get out with the vehicles, right? And then put whatever we can grab into our vehicles. There's things you want to take, and then there's things that can be a lot more easily replaced, like, clothing and things that don't exactly have sentimental value. Like, okay, well, I lost some clothes, all right. Or I lost, some other things. Okay, that sucks, but at least we're still alive. And obviously the cat, so we would definitely grab Turding. Throw him in a bag, and, well, I mean, one of his carriers, and try and get the hell out. But, I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't, because, I mean, obviously it's not just our lives that would be affected. It's my neighbors' lives and everybody that happens to be in this area, their homes. And I've seen what wildfires can do out in California and other places, and yeah, I want none of that. No, thank you.
Yeah, like, I've even, like, seen it, like, on the news and whatever. Yeah, fuck that. I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, especially after my first homeowner's insurance canceled on me after a year, and their entire, like, excuse for canceling was because of wildfire risk. I'm like, but I'm paying you guys. Isn't that the point of insurance? Is to have you, just in case something bad happens. That way, the insurance will help me rebuild. I mean, I thought that's what insurance was for. But no, I guess it's a fucking scam.
Most of them pretty much are at this point.
And this is what also grinds my gears, is that, like, you want to cancel it, you have to jump through all these hoops to cancel. Because, like, I was changing my health insurance from, like, Louisiana to Texas, and I had to jump through all these hoops just to cancel it. It was so annoying. And, on a whim, my health insurance could cancel me, even if I'm paying on time, right? I pay on time. I have it set on auto pay, just like for Riley's health insurance. But there's nothing stopping them from just saying one day, you know what, we're just going to cancel your health insurance, or the homeowner's insurance. It's a separate company, but they could do the same thing, just like the previous one did. Be like, oh, well, sorry, because of the growing wildfire risk, we're going to have to cancel your homeowners. And you're like, what? But that's the point of you. No, our point is actually to make money and rip all you fuckers off. That's our point. Much. It's like, I even thought about this when it comes to my health insurance. It's like, I'm thinking about just setting up like a I guess an insurance account for Riley and me, and then just put a little bit of money in there every month, and just have like a little nest egg in case we do need medical attention. I mean, that might be a better way to do it, instead of just literally throwing your money away in the hopes that when the time comes, the insurance company will have your back, which they usually don't.
That's the worrying part.
Yeah. Because you're better off just taking that money and just putting it into an account, and let it build up over time. And then maybe, best case scenario, you don't have any health issues, and that way at least you have like an emergency fund. And then worst case, if a health issue comes up and you got to pay for it, then boom, you got that money sitting there. And maybe you put it in an account that collects a little bit of interest, so that makes it even better. But, yeah, fuck health insurance companies, or insurance companies in general. They annoy me.
Yep.
But, yeah, I can imagine, like something happened, and then you literally have to fight two battles, right? So you have the insurance company like trying to like give you as little as possible, you know, like, oh well, we're only going to give you this much, but wait a minute, no, we're only going to do this, but that doesn't even come close to helping me. So yeah, I mean, it's true almost everywhere. Almost everywhere there's like some sort of potential natural hazard that we have to deal with. I'm sure in Ireland, like, I guess flooding is probably a major issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the minute, yeah, because for the last 3 weeks it's been non-stop rain.
Yeah. I'm going to switch ships real quick. I'll go help you guys.
I'm hoping to go ship, dude.
Yeah, I'll go up there too. Let me. What am I doing? Go to the fleet. Go to my fleet. What do I want? I guess I'll bring my frigate to battle. Any year now, video game. Thank you. All right, there we go. Got that set up. All right, let's go. And then I've had that issue of one insurance company that constantly sends me letters in the mail. They haven't done it lately, but there's a certain time of year when they start really sending you letters. And I think I've shown you some of those, UG, where they actually have an image of my house.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it's just so... It just feels so invasive of my privacy. It's like you literally go to like Street View on Google, and you put an image of my house on the outside of the envelope. I mean, that feels threatening to me. It's like that's like something a stalker would do. Like, I know where you live. Like, what the fuck are you trying to do, insurance company? What message is this that you're giving me? But
yeah, it's kind of like what happened to me like a few years ago when this random weirdo came to my house with a same thing, like a picture of my house, but he was using one of those drones to take a picture of it.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
How I did not break his fucking jaws beyond me.
Yeah, I think the problem is they think it's a good idea, but then they don't really think about it, or they don't ask anybody like, hey, do y'all think this is a good idea? And then they don't have somebody with common sense that just points out the fact that, you know what, I think some homeowners might actually be turned off by this.
Yeah.
Like taking drone photos of your house. I can see how people would not like that very much, and the same thing applies to what this one insurance company keeps doing.
Like, I mean, it's okay, like, if you do it to me, that's fine, but to do it, like, to my mother, who's, like, nearly 80 years old?
Yeah, I get that. But it's like, if I want an image of my home with a drone, guess what? I'll go hire somebody to do that for me, okay?
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm good, thank you. And I think it's a good thing whenever you got a house for sale, because I think somebody used a drone to like film this house, like they flew around the outside of this house just to give the potential buyers an idea what the house looks like, right? And then there was also a 3D interior that you could like kind of move around in to give you an idea of what the house looked like on the interior. So even though Riley and I didn't have the opportunity to like step foot inside of the house while we were like working on acquiring the house, thanks to my brother-in-law, who at the time was a real estate agent down here, you know, we had basically the next best thing, you know. We had photos of the house. We had the ability to literally walk around the house on the computer and say, okay, well, this room will be a cool room for Riley. This will be our bedroom. And then upstairs, one of these rooms will be my office, and then the other room will be a guest room, and then the other room will be the cat room where I put all the cat stuff.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty well. But I mean that's for a house that's on the market, right? That's not. There's difference between that and a like a quote unquote private residence. But yeah, I do feel like there needs to be more privacy laws in the age of drones and AI that protect the citizens. Of course, it feels like it's the opposite. It's like everywhere you go, our privacy is being invaded. Like, I was watching a video this morning while having breakfast from Upper Echelon, talking about the, how the Google used to have those weird glasses, the Google Glass.
Oh, God, yeah.
With the augmentation where they could actually record you. And then there was outrage about it, so they kind of scrapped it. But now Ray-Ban and Meta, they're doing something similar. But the difference is, like, the Ray-Bans, because I wear Ray-Bans. Like, these are just regular Ray-Bans, right? But the Ray-Bans now that have the camera on it, like, you can't tell. Like, he even showed a photo of it, and you can't tell, like, my Ray-Bans, like, I mean, except for a slight design difference, from, like, one of these newer Ray-Bans that's basically the same thing as the Google Glass ones. And so, once again, people's privacy is being invaded because you're constantly walking around filming people. And it's one thing if somebody's walking around with a camera doing it, because at least you can see that the person is using a camera, right?
Yeah.
And there's obviously some places you can't go inside and do that, like a restaurant or a club or a bar. The management will say, no, turn that off or get out.
Yeah.
But they can't really do that if you're walking somewhere in an interior and nobody knows that you're actually recording everybody. I mean, at least with police officers, they have a body camera where it's pretty obvious that they have a body camera. And most citizens are okay with that because it allows for open transparency. If an incident does occur, then you can see what happened, from the police officer's point of view. It protects the officers that are in the right, and it also can condemn the officers that are in the wrong, So that's why I like it, because it swings both ways. There's another convoy starting down south.
Yeah. Right.
Cool. So have you had a chance to play Ghost of Yotei Legends yet?
No, not yet. I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah, real life. But eventually Riley and I will play more. It's just Riley's been playing a lot of infield lately.
Ah, very good.
Kingpins of St. Anne and Telok Penjara hold no power.
Right, Riley. You've been playing a lot of infield lately, so you really haven't had the opportunity.
Yeah, that 1.1 update came out and it's been packed with content. So
One day we'll actually go back to playing Ghost of Yotei Legends. But
Eventually.
yeah. Plus, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to add more content anytime soon. So
yeah, I mean they're gonna eventually add raids again, but after that, who knows?
I got probably 2 to 3 months to catch up, so I'm fine.
Yeah. But we'll definitely play more once we have time to do so. I mean, I definitely want to go in and grind a little bit, and play through the story missions, but
I will say, though, that boss fight was actually pretty cool.
yeah. And there's definitely a lot of things I do like about Ghost of Yotei Legends. I feel like they carried over from Ghost of Tsushima Legends. And there's obviously some things I would like for them to do. Like, a lot of us talked about, them adding the ability for players to do 1v1 duels. That'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And also, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cosmetics that you can unlock in Ghost of Yotei Legends for the 4 characters. But, I mean, they could also bring over the Ghost of Tsushima Legends cosmetics, too. I'm just saying, Sucker Punch.
They brought back a few.
They did, but there's a lot more they could bring. More content, the better. More cosmetics, please.
I do like how they put in those little mini games, like the bamboo cutting and the coin game.
Yeah, those are fun.
That was a good quality of life change.
Like freaking Riley and Bounty they kept throwing up blood on the fucking table when I was playing the coin game.
It was funny. Okay.
It got annoying after a while because y'all kept doing it. I'd be playing against Riley, and Bounty would keep like throwing up blood on the table, covering up all the coins, and then then I'd be playing against Bounty, and then Riley would do the same damn thing. And then I was like, fuck it. So I started throwing bombs on the table when they were playing. I was like, fine, be that way. I'll just start throwing bombs.
Jeez.
Come on, it was funny.
It's funny, but then, it can, like, after doing it, like, too long, then it starts getting very annoying.
It gets even funnier.
Well, for some. I'll admit it that for some it was probably funny, but for me personally, when I'm trying to play, and it keeps happening, I can't see the fucking coins because of the blood on the
I
table.
couldn't see it either, but it was a challenge.
Uh,
Like my screen was blocked with blood everywhere. All over
I
the
just want to
table.
play the coin game. But I did actually enjoy playing the coin game in story mode, so I'm glad they actually added that in Legends. And then the bamboo adds an extra thing we can do. So, and then I like the practice area. So I think that's good for, especially players like me that struggle. It's nice to go in there and just, practice fighting some NPCs and getting used to how the samurai works and how the mercenary works, or the shinobi works, or the archer works, and work on a build for each one that works best for you. So if you're struggling against a certain type of enemy, you just pull up that enemy and you just fight them, That Riley's
What are the
favorite
classes in the game? Because I was watching a bit of Riley's stream and then I went to bed, so I
Yeah.
kind of missed most of it.
Well, it's basically the same classes as Ghost of Tsushima Legends, but they did rename two of them. You have the samurai, you have the archer, which was the hunter.
Right.
You have mercenary, which is the Ronin. I don't know why they changed the name to Ronin. I like the name. I like Ronin better than mercenary as a name, but it's the same thing. And then they have shinobi. So
Which was assassin.
yeah, assassin. And
right.
see that one. See, some of the name changes I like. I like the fact they went from assassin to shinobi because that makes sense. And hunter to archer. Okay, I get that one. But I think Ronin sounds cooler than mercenary. Sounds so generic,
Yeah, it does actually.
I mean, I get that. I get that Atsu was a mercenary, but at the same time, the class that specific class in Ghost of Yotei Legends is technically the Ronin class. But yeah, just like in the first game, there's 4 classes, but you do get access to the other weapons though. So like you get the big giant sword with the samurai. So you have a katana and you get the odachi, but you also can unlock other weapons too. As you rank up the samurai, because I've got the spear and I've got the ability to dual wield katanas now as the samurai. You get the with the hook and chain weapon with which classes, Riley? Do you get that with?
Assassin and an archer.
Yeah, you start off with that with the assassin and archer, but you can also get that as well as you rank up. So it gives you a bit more variety to play with in battle. Plus, they brought back all those those different cards. Like better versions of weapons, better versions of this and that. So I mean, they basically built on what people liked about Ghost of Tsushima Legends and just added to it. So I think it's really good. And as a lot of people say, it's a, like, for anyone that's already bought Ghost of Yotei, it's a good deal. And there's people who are like, hey, I would have paid like $30 for this. And I'm sure they will probably put out a standalone version. I'm surprised they haven't done that already, because they did the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
Give it time, they probably will at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple of months or a year.
Yeah, but the one thing Riley's concerned about is she wants them to continue supporting it. But I feel like it's going to be the same thing as Ghost of Tsushima Legends. Like, they're only going to support it for a certain amount of time. Sadly. I think the issue is, like, in order to support an online game, this is the reality. You have to have some money coming in for that game. Like, yeah, you can have the standalone version of the game for people to buy that are only interested in Ghost of Yotei Legends. That could help a little bit. But then, to finance the game further, you also have to have, like, cosmetics that you can buy. Like a cosmetic shop, perhaps. Or a battle pass, like seasons. And, I mean, I know people don't like those things, but those are things that pay the salaries of the devs that work on these online games. And yeah, there's definitely money that goes up to the top, right?
Yeah, of course.
But the devs aren't doing it for charity. They have to get paid, and the only way that an online game can survive and continue to get content is if that online game happens to be making profit, some sort of money through microtransactions, whether it's like buying cosmetics or battle pass or both.
Like, I'll always say this when it comes to like battle passes. I know people like always complain about them, but to some online games, it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, I agree. Because people just don't think about it that way, though. They just think that, this online game doesn't need this, doesn't need that, and it can just continue to be supported. It doesn't work that way because it costs money to have the devs make the new content for you, to do the quality of life stuff for you. And also, like, if you're going to have new voice actors come in to voice stuff, you have to pay them. You have to pay the artist for artwork. And then you have to pay for other services, right? Like, for example, I believe last time I checked, like, whenever, like, GTA Online does an update on PlayStation and Xbox, and I think this is true for every game, they have to basically cut both Sony and Microsoft like a $50,000 check. I believe that's the case. I heard about that years ago. So, yeah, you have to be making some money and in order to be able to have a continuation of seasons and quality of life additions to an online game. And the question is there enough people that would play Ghost of Yotei Legends to make that doable? Maybe. I'm not against the idea, by the way. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to be the same thing as Ghost of Tsushima Legends, where they support it for maybe a year or two, and then after that, they'll
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But still, I mean, it would be cool. I mean, there's definitely ideas Riley and I came up with, and many others have come up with for ways to add additional content to Ghost of Yotei Legends. To keep it going. But I think...
Yeah, I definitely want to try out the game myself. It's just that little problem called time.
Yeah. Yeah, plus, it's an online game, so you want at least one of us to come join you for, like me or Riley or Bounty or somebody else that also has the game to come do the story missions. Because you have to do... I guess you could do the story missions solo, but you probably want to at least have one person with you.
Yeah.
I would advise that. All right. So let me go ahead and submit that for us there.
Yeah, just give me a sec there, folks. I just
No
want
worries.
to see how my wife's doing.
All right, man. So, Riley, what's your opinion about this?
About what?
Ghost of Yotei Legends.
Well, I like it. It's just that I haven't had enough time because I've been focusing on other games.
I know. But what do
And I
you...
still...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and the thing is, I also have Wild Assault I need to deal with, so...
Oh, yeah.
I've been busy with other games.
Yeah, I think you'll get around to it eventually.
And then Dragoon wants me to play Warframe.
Yay!
I know.
I think it's really just about, I guess, you just hanging out and spending time with Dragoon, so...
That's mainly the big thing.
But there's other
It's
things you
just
guys
background
can...
noise.
I guess he stopped caring about Skull and Bones. Or else
Well, we haven't really invited him, to be fair.
Well, he could always ask, say, hey, guys, want to play Skull and Bones?
Well, that's a mood thing.
I guess.
Maybe he's just busy playing other games, too.
Yeah, I get that.
Because he plays WoW, so...
Oh, that's right, he does play WoW. And to be fair, I've also been playing a bit of Diablo. So I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wrapping up Diablo. Well, the main story of Diablo 2 on Wednesday, so I'll have that video out Tuesday. Where I go to
For
hell.
Blizzard games.
Yep, I know, right? And
I would play Overwatch, which is a Blizzard game, but nah, no thank you. It's too toxic, that's the thing.
yeah.
Plus, it's just more of the same.
Yeah.
I just can't handle. It's like win, lose, win, 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 lose, 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 win, lose. It's just like stuck in the same position every single time.
Yeah. I get that.
Like, I've been 20 seasons where I've been stuck in golden plat and I haven't moved.
Yeah, that can be annoying. Especially if you...
So it's just like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. I understand, Beth. Yeah, but I've been enjoying going back to Diablo 2 and playing the Warlock, so I'll have that video out Wednesday for anyone that's watching my Diablo 2 Let's Plays. And so the plan is I'm going to move on to Diablo 4 the following Wednesday. Obviously, I'm already recording those videos because I'm recording things in advance. Sometimes it happens, but I'm going to be doing a Let's Play coming up of Vessel of Hatred, the first expansion to Diablo 4. And then I should have that done before Lord of Hatred comes out, the second expansion to Diablo 4. So, yeah, just some Let's Play content on my channel. Oh yeah, I forgot the DMC don't like us very much. I better get out of here. Hey, I was submitting something to you assholes. This is rude. You guys ever heard of Parlay?
No.
Scum. Fucking DMC. Maybe I should have bought a faster ship than my frigate.
The freaking teen.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on the channel. I'm continuing the Diablo Let's Plays. So eventually I will come back to Diablo 2 for Lord of Destruction, but I thought that now would be a good time after beating the main story of Diablo 2 to move on to Vessel of Hatred, and I'm enjoying it. It's nice to play with my sorceress again. And there's probably going to be like I'm guessing by the length of Vessel of Hatred, it's probably for me going to be like a 3-parter. I think it'll be a 3-parter. And oh yeah, just for anyone that cares, I've already recorded the first 2 parts. So I already got them recorded. But I'll schedule those accordingly.
All right.
Yay. Then after I'm done with today's stream, then I got to work on tomorrow's video, which won't be very, very hard. It's always something I've been preparing to make, but I haven't got around to doing it because I've been busy with other stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm working on it today. Okay, I'll work on it tomorrow. I'm like, fuck, it's already Sunday. Damn it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you could say it's one of my easier videos to put together, so it won't be too difficult. Because there's some videos I work on that require a lot of work, researching, putting together video, recording stuff, and mixing it together. Just like I guess you could say my last week's Black Flag Resynced video that I did, the Black Flag Skull and Bones collab. That one took a little bit of work to do. From writing down the idea, going over it with Riley, seeing what she thought I should add or not add. And then, going in and recording all the stuff that I recorded. Then sometimes I have to also go and make a graphic or something, or find an image, for this or that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is a bit of work for some of my videos, which I do enjoy doing, especially once you get to the finished product and you're like, okay, cool. I took it from an idea, to pen and paper, to a whole bunch of recordings and images, and slapped it all together and I actually made something out of it. So that's the satisfying part for me, I guess. But then there's also videos that, are less effort, They're just like, okay, it's pretty straightforward, and it's definitely nice to have those kind of videos as well. Short, sweet, not too complicated. Let me open these. But I don't know if there's gonna be any Skull and Bones videos this week because Tuesday there's nothing really going on Tuesday besides just a continuation of this period of the faction war, and then there's still going to be a week left in the founding event. So I may not have a Skull and Bones video this week. This may be the only Skull and Bones content for a minute. But you know, it happens. I mean, I can't force myself to make a video if there's no video to be made, you know. But regarding Wild Assault, yeah, I think that eventually, I guess you do kind of owe it to the community to make, like, maybe, I don't know if I'd call it one final Wild Assault stream, but I don't know, because I mean, there's always a chance they might turn Wild Assault around, and then you might get interested in playing it again. So I guess my philosophy is like never say never. Mm-hmm. But I do understand that you at least want to do like one more hypothetical stream just in case. Maybe it's like, this is not goodbye or something.
More like a see you later.
Goodbye.
Exactly.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even though I only played a little bit of Wild Assault, you know, just like with any video game that develops a community, I want it to do better. I want it to succeed in its own right. And it does feel like they focus more at Wild Assault on sexy outfits for their characters than other things that would bring more people to the game. Like, I don't know, more maps.
Also, I hate that they don't promote the game.
Yeah, they don't have the best social media.
The last YouTube video was like 9 months ago, and that was season 2 trailer.
Yeah, I mean,
We're on season 4 now.
Yeah, they'll put stuff on X, but they don't really bother with
YouTube.
You think it would be as simple as just take the same video and just slap it on YouTube? I mean, that's all you have to do. Yeah, but it's not hard. I mean, I upload my videos to YouTube all the time. It's easy. You drag it and then you drop it, and then it uploads and then it processes, and then when it's done and you're done typing up the title and the description section, the tags and all that good stuff, then you make it public. It's not brain surgery. It's not rocket science. All right, there's another Scarlock event happening if y'all are interested. I don't know if y'all are or not, but just letting y'all know.
That's good. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Okay, fine. I'll help.
Thank you.
I like how reluctant she sounds. I'll help.
Oh, don't worry. I have the same enthusiasm when I'm called into work on my day off. I suppose I'll go in.
Yeah, I could use the money.
Really don't, but I kind of want to order people around. I'm in a mood.
Oh, well, there's at least you have like an additional incentive, right? Say, I make money and I get to boss people around. Okay, let's go.
We win.
And Riley's just...
Especially like if there's one or two people there that I'll admit I generally am not fond of. Once I find out they're there, I'm like, okay, I'll come in.
Yeah. Oh, good. I get to boss them around today. Nice.
Yay.
Take out this team of frigate real quick.
This thing doesn't turn.
Shit. Sorry, Garuda. Didn't mean to cut you off. I don't know why. I'm just... Like, I'm not a Garuda... I'm not really into the Garudas. I've never been. I guess... I like the variety of ships in the game. Because I think it's cool to have different varieties based on... like different play styles, so that's cool. But personally, I'm just not a Garuda fan. I guess I just don't like fighting long distance. I like kind of medium like close range, sometimes long range attack. But with the Garuda, it's basically meant for being a sniping ship. It's just not my cup of tea. Yeah, Riley's just thinking, can I go back to infield?
No.
I had to practically beg her to come play with us today.
Wow.
It's like I basically convinced her because of the whole war asset. Like you haven't finished that yet. You know, you could do that.
It's because there's nothing to do.
I agree. But at least we're hanging out and chatting, so we can chat about whatever y'all want to talk about. So there's that. And then next week, next week I'll just do another starting over, so you guys won't have to worry about next week.
There you go.
So see. But I agree. Right now it's kind of boring because it's just the same stuff that's been in the game for a minute or two with the founding event, which I think most people that cared about the founding event has already maxed it out, and they got that chest with the additional frigate in it, along with the cosmetics. And
I sold it.
Oh, you sold yours? You didn't? You
Yeah.
could have used it for manufacturing.
Screw that. You know how expensive that thing is to upgrade so I can put it there?
Well, you don't even have to I didn't upgrade it. I just threw some weapons on
Yeah,
it.
but
and
the thing is that all my manufacturers are level 5.
Oh, okay.
So every single thing I would put that frigate on would be extreme risk.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a valid point. But I just sent my other frigate to one of my manufacturers, and one where it would be a low risk one. Of course, I don't put as much effort into my manufacturers as you did. So
Yeah, because you don't upgrade any of them.
I upgrade some of them, just not to the level you
level
did.
2.
It works. I got plenty of pieces of 8 in my account, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, but you're not like me. You don't collect cosmetics.
What are you talking about? I got plenty of cosmetics.
No, I mean, I need for like other things like Janita and
Well, I buy what
Shipwright.
I buy what I'm interested in. That's my thing. I'm like, okay, if I like the cosmetic, I'll buy it. If I don't, I won't bother.
I get everything because this is the FOMO game. So
No, they usually bring a lot of the stuff back, so it's not really.
yeah,
not
but
really
you
the
don't
same.
know when. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's why I
Oh,
buy
shit.
everything, because he's like, okay, I want this, and it's like, okay, great, let me just get it, because you never know when they might remove it, and when they do remove it, and then you want it, it's like, oh yeah, I bought it.
Yeah, but usually my attitude is if it's something I want, I'll get, and if I don't want it, I won't get it, and then I'm pretty content because I have other stuff. I got I got all these other cosmetics, so I'm good.
Yeah, for me, I already bought every single cosmetic from the event.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I cared about.
yeah. I think
Because most of the cosmetics from the event are shop bundles.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, you.
Oh.
I was trying the stupid waves.
Stupid.
Stupid?
My neck. My neck.
Yeah. Owie! I'm getting my lawyer.
So, GP,
Yes, dear.
what's next?
What's next is the main event coming on the 24th. So at least there's that. I mean, gotta wait at least another week, but yay.
So, what I'm hearing is that you want me to play Enfield for like a week.
Or, I don't know, maybe some Ghosts of Yote Legends, if you got the time out of your busy schedule.
I am busy.
Wow.
Hey man, Enfield's goated. I don't care what anyone says. I love it.
Well-
Except for Valley 4. Screw Valley 4.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying Enfield, So,
It's
But
a
yeah,
fun
Riley,
game.
what if I asked you very nicely to play Ghost of Yote Legends with me?
We'll see.
Okay.
the problem with that, UG, is, a moment ago you said you like to boss people around.
I know.
Yeah, she'll be bossing you around.
Yeah, but the
What
thing
makes you
about it
think
is
that?
because it's you.
Wow. I'm not even gonna say anything to that. Okay.
Yeah, because it's true.
Because it's me. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's the reputation I bring to the table now.
Yeah, you kind of like to boss people around when we're playing an online game with
I don't
you.
like bossing people around. I just like telling people what to do.
It's the same thing.
Nope. Different name, different meaning.
Wow.
Anyways, she could boss people around, but I have this unique ability to just zone out and not listen.
Oh. Wow. Well, you do have to make exceptions when you're playing an online game with her, though.
It's true, and I'm a team player.
Yeah. I mean, You're kind of used to it. I mean, Gina likes to boss you around, so you know how it is.
Keyword, she tries.
Yeah. And Riley also likes to boss me around, so.
Well, I have to. Somebody has to be the team leader.
What?
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Plus, you know how it goes. Like, it's a co-op game, so if you keep dying and you keep going down and you basically keep annoying me and I'm not having fun.
Yeah, that does tend to tick her off.
Because that's also another thing. It's a team player game, so whatever you do affects me.
Yeah.
See, some people don't think about that.
Yeah, it's true. That is a very valid point.
You think I want to spend the whole day reviving people?
Yeah. I might as well ask this now. When you were playing Ghosts of Yotei Legends, I'm just going to ask this. Was GB rolling?
F you.
What?
Not as much.
What? No, me. I would never roll. Not me.
He definitely went down the most out of everybody.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
Gonna expose me on my own stream like that?
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, I can't counter that argument.
Yeah,
You got nothing.
I got nothing. It's true. Like
GB.
Bounty and Riley were definitely carrying, and I was helping a little.
You know what, GB? Next time we're just gonna have you have gold gear and you're gonna play on bronze.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm not the
Gaming
worst
journalist
player,
difficulty.
okay? I mean, I'm not the best, but I'm far from the worst.
You just roll with it.
Did she just steal my joke?
Wow.
Making a name for yourself. Equip
All
your
right, let's see.
Maybe when we do play Ghosts of Yotei Legends, I'll just put on Limp Bizkit while we're playing.
Ah, very funny.
May the sea rise
All right,
up
I got
to meet
3 purple ascended. I kind
What
of.
are you trying to do?
No, I have 3 purple ascended weapons that I don't know if I want to part with.
You do want to partner with.
Okay, so I got 8. I got 8 regular blue specters sitting in the warehouse. How many heliports? I got 8 heliports. Maybe I'll scrap the blue specters because I don't really care for the sea fire weapons. But I just can't bring myself to get rid of a heliport. I just can't do it.
You have the blueprint, right? Get rid of it.
I can't do it. Not the Halloween
Do it, or
cannons.
you know what? I'll do it for you.
You can't do it for me. I'll do it for myself. There.
Do it.
The blue specters. Blue
I'm
specters.
watching the
are gone.
stream. I'm watching you.
Boom. Blue specters are gone there.
Wow. Well, to be fair, you don't use sea fires.
Was I able to keep complete the Twilight Keepers quest? What? What's the Twilight Keepers quest? I'll have to. I mean, if I've done it, it was a while back. So, like, who gives you the mission? Like, how do you get the mission? You have to refresh my memory, Ray. And by the way, hello, Ray. How's it going? Twilight Keepers. I don't
even know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm drawing a blank, like, because I don't. I mean, it's just like is it like a little side quest mission? Because I've done all the main missions in the game, like the Skurlock missions, the Unita missions, the DLC missions for the different Sea Lords. But yeah, if you could elaborate just a little bit more, Ray, maybe that'll help me refresh my memory regarding which mission you're referring to. I got some stuff to sell. Hopefully, one of these ladies will be kind enough to purchase my commodities at a reasonable price. That's all I'm asking. I'm not greedy.
You're an upstart on the right.
Just a reasonable price, Mako Lacey.
Are taking notice.
Well, she'll buy like 3 things from me. Okay. All right. Now let's go see if T will buy the other stuff.
Two sharks of the same shiver, mate.
All right. Hey T, how you doing, girl? You want to buy some stuff from me?
Your spyglass is your
I got the
What's her
goods.
name?
Well, her name is Tatamo, but I call her T, because she and I are close like that. Okay.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are. All right. Don't you talk about Tatamo and me, okay? We got a friendship, that goes back.
Give him the double down arrows.
Well, she only did for one thing, so that's good. She just doesn't want the nutmeg.
I know
Okay.
I'll see you
I
again.
mean, I get it. Nutmeg is, you know, some people like nutmeg, some people don't. I understand. I mean, I could live without it, you know. Oh, yeah, I got to put my heliport back in the warehouse.
In the trash.
Hey! Don't you talk about my
It's terrible. You know it, and I
No,
know
it's
it.
not. My Halloween
Yes,
cans
it
are
is.
awesome.
Yes, it is.
They're awesome.
Yes,
They
it is.
look awesome.
Yes, it is.
They
It's
they
terrible.
have soul mending, and they have cool fire shooting effects when you fire the cannons at foes.
It looks terrible.
Really super amazing culverins.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just don't ask me anything when you die. Plus, why do you need them when I can heal you?
All right, you need a quest. You find the unbound crew around the ruined lighthouse. I mean, I may have done that one a while back. Let me go to Unita real quick. I mean, that does sound more familiar now. But have you been having trouble with it, Ray? All right, let's see if it's over here. Let me have a look. Hey, Unita, how you doing?
At your
So yeah, obviously I've done all her missions, so I did everything for her already. I'm guessing he's asking because he's having difficult with it. I'm trying to
go with luck.
recollect what exactly the mission is. Okay, I could look it up real quick. Use the old handy dandy Google. Google is my friend, especially when it's spying on me. All right, let's look this up real quick. All right, so it's a Unita mission. And let's see. Twilight Keepers. Okay, I guess that's the title. All right, Twilight Keepers. Because if I bring that up, maybe it'll help. Let's see. Someone says it might be bugged. I think that might be the problem. So if we go to Reddit, the Skull and Bones Reddit, see. Somebody said like 2 years ago. God, time flies, right? All right, so someone complained about this. I wonder if this is the same problem you're having. There's a person that was stuck. They got to the point of the mission where it says, look for the unbound crew near the ruined lighthouse. You search the entire perimeter of the island, scout shipwrecks nearby. They got within 100 meters. And then somebody suggested that they're in a shipwreck on the opposite side of the outpost. Somebody else said, backside of the island, there's some folks that have been hanged. So look for some people that have been hanged. I think I'm now starting to remember what that mission is.
Wasn't it like a tier 1 mission?
Yeah, I think so. See, Ray says all YouTube videos show what to do, but I tried and it won't work. Okay. So that's weird. So I guess there's like, I think I remember the one where the people are hanged or something. And then you have to do something. Is it you have to put something in a box, or because there's a few missions like that. See, what helped me was getting close to the backside of the island, right by the shipwreck. Only then the prompt came up to click the triangle on the PlayStation to investigate the crew. So maybe try that. Just go to the backside of. I guess go to the. The backside of the island, right by where the shipwreck is, and maybe you'll get lucky and it'll prompt it for you. But yeah, sorry you're having issues though. That sucks. I mean, but some people say it might be bugged. But I guess if you keep having issues, I would report it to Ubisoft. I mean, I don't know if they'll ever. You think at this point, if it's people have been complaining about it for a year or two, you think they would have fixed it by now. But yeah, I clearly have done it because it's not appearing on my mission list, so I must have done it a while back. So ruined lighthouse, I think. So I guess it's like right here. So I guess you run around, but there's also a shipwreck. So I guess you sail around it till you find the shipwreck and like at the edge, maybe on this side, possibly. Then maybe you'll get lucky and maybe it'll prompt for you. But That does suck, Ray, and I hope that you're able to sort it out. All right, what's next? I got 2 more extractions to do, so I guess I'll go do one of those. There's another Skurlock fleet if y'all care.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Third one.
I gotta take care of these extractions real quick.
This might be the last thing I do, though.
All right, you ready to bounce? Okay.
I gotta do the thing.
Oh yeah, you gotta go take care of that. Yeah, no worries, Bub. But I do appreciate you being here for as long as you were able to be here.
I appreciate you being here, too.
Yay! Let's see, there's another live pickup picture won't let me. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing you've already tried restarting your game. Alright, let me claim these. Go do this event real quick, because I just want to get this over with. Oh yeah, after I'm done with this, I need to change it to where these don't pop up anymore for these manufacturers, because I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, I mean, I set these up prior to me reaching level 30 in the war assets, but I already got level 30, so I don't really... I mean, I'm only doing this because, you know, it's, I guess, helping the company a little bit, because every little bit helps. What's up, Tommy? How's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. Riley, Yuji, and I are just playing a little bit of Skull and Bones and just chatting and hanging out for a little bit. But Riley will be leaving us soon. But, you know, real life stuff, you know what happens. And then next Sunday, I'm going to do another installment of my Starting Over series. So that's going to be next week. And then the week after that, well, the main event starts. So that's good.
Yeah, I really want to poison demi-cannons. That way I can go back to my sloop of war.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least there's that to look forward to. But then we have to grind that for like a month. But I'm sure that's plenty of time for us to get whatever we want to get out of the main event.
Yeah.
Like cosmetics, the weapons, etc.
Plus, we can always activate seasonal spoils.
Yep. Yep. That's a good thing to save seasonal spoils for at the moment.
Especially since I've never done it, so.
Yeah. I mean, personally, it wasn't, of all the events, it definitely wasn't my favorite. But maybe they've made some improvements to it. Maybe it's better than it was last year. Because I don't remember liking it too much when I did it. In fact, I guess I didn't like it at all because I never finished getting all the cosmetics. Because I'm missing a few of those cosmetics. So
I might have played it alone. I don't think I joined the game at that time.
yeah, it was before you joined, but I must have not been having a good time with the main event, so I just bounced. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. But I'll finish what I started whenever it returns. There we go. And my shots missed. That sucks. That's why you have to aim the torpedoes better. I thought I did, but obviously my angle was off. Tommy says, thoughts on scammers stealing $32,000 from cancer patients. Okay, so there are evil people in this world. We can acknowledge that. And I would like to believe evil people will be punished in the next life or the afterlife if there is one. Stealing $32,000 from cancer patients is evil in my opinion. I mean, stealing in itself is an evil act, but I can understand why somebody would hypothetically steal a loaf of bread, right? You know, or some food because they're starving or they're trying to feed their family and they're just desperate. But stealing $32,000 from cancer patients, that's pretty fucking evil. I mean, I have no sympathy for somebody that does that and gets caught. Like, I hope that the judge not only throws that one book at them, but they find other books and they throw other books at them. Like, no sympathy for somebody that does that. I mean, I don't like scammers at all because in this day and age, like you have scammers coming at you from all sides, like email scammers, phone call scammers, text message scammers. I mean, scammers galore. That's basically like 90% of the text messages and phone calls that I get are from scammers. I ignore them all because that's the point. If you ignore them, then, well, they can't scam you. But unfortunately, some poor fools fall for it. I mean, especially like the elderly who, you know, who they like to prey on the most. But yeah, I'm obviously I don't think too highly of scammers, but yeah, scamming cancer patients or any other like patients that's going through some sort of major health issues, you know, who really need that money. Yeah, fuck them. That's how I feel about it. All right, let me fix this real quick. I'll change these because I don't want to do these again. All right, change these back to a regular thing. Okay, I'll come join you guys.
Yeah, we've one left anyway.
All right, cool. I'll just sell over there. Ow. All right, I'm on my way. Not to mention they used the Steam game. Yeah, I think I vaguely heard about that story. But yeah, there's just some awful people out there. I mean, I understand desperate situations like the world we're living in at the moment. Sorry about that. You know, causes people to have to do things they normally wouldn't do. Like I said, like stealing a loaf of bread or some food. That's one thing, right? But yeah, y'all know how I feel about the scammers. So I think I said my piece. As someone who tends to repeat himself, I don't think I need to. Because I believe that most people feel the same way I do about that particular topic. Let me go pick these chests up. Alright, so Commodore Gooners is not happy with me. What else is new? Alright. So, babe, you about to go take care of the thing?
I'm gonna go take care of the thing.
Okay, well, before you go, feel free and promote your channel.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stream Enfield tonight.
Okay. What time?
It's probably 8 p.m. Central.
Okay.
This time.
Okay.
And eventually I'll do a Wall of Salt stream.
Eventually.
And also Legends.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's it. I would make a Wall of Salt video if there was literally anything else to talk about, but there isn't.
Well, hopefully in the near future they'll do something.
Yeah, because I keep working on the PvE, man, but they haven't said anything.
Yeah. I keep looking, and as far as I can tell, there's been no new info.
No new nothing.
But
yeah, it's just been very dry as a season. It's probably been the worst season yet.
yeah, that's not a good sign.
No. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Besides that, I'm just gonna stick with Enfield.
All right, babe.
Hey, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I mean, even if it's anime, I mean, I like the story.
Yeah.
The more I play it, the more I like it.
I do at least have a better understanding of the story after watching the Crunchyroll anime. So.
Oh yeah, the what you call it?
Well, it's on Crunchyroll, so
Okay, I thought you said cringe roll.
no, Crunchyroll. I said, no, I didn't. No, Crunchyroll.
Okay, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
All right, babe. Well, I will catch you later. And yeah, everyone, y'all will get a chance. Come by tonight on Riley's channel and stop by, say hi, and watch her play some more Arknights Infield.
There you go. Good night, GB.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Roddy.
Bye, UG.
All right, so it's just Yuji and me again, just the boys.
Yeah, it's just the lads.
Yeah, for a little bit. Then we'll call it a day once we give up the ghost. Yeah. It's just this. I don't know. It's just like this happens with a lot of games, right? They put out some new content, you play the content, and then
Yeah.
some games are not as good about putting out additional content. And look, there are plenty of casual players that have things going on in their life or other games they're playing. And then there's people that might focus a little too much on a game, and then they grind through the content, and then they're a lot more quick to get bored of it, I guess. So I do understand that, but I do feel like this game needs, I don't know, it needs something for year 3.
Yeah, it's just like at the minute, this game just feels very dry.
Yeah. That's the problem. I just don't know what it really needs. I mean, there's things we mention and other people mention, but then I also ask the question, will those things actually be what turns the game around? So I don't know. I guess what I at least would like is for it to, I guess, be able to legitimately compete against, say Sea of Thieves, right? Because, like, Sea of Thieves is going through some problems right now, too. A lot of problems, a lot of issues going on. And the Sea of Thieves community is not happy with the way Rare's handling some things, you know, like promising, like, some things and then delaying things. It happens a lot. But the Sea of Thieves community is still larger than the Skull and Bones community. I mean, I acknowledge that this is a niche game, right? This is, you know, not for everybody. Some of us like these kind of games, you know, tall ships, sailing around the world, you know, being a pirate in a video game, whether it's Sea of Thieves, Skull and Bones, or that new game Wild Rose that's on PC that people are talking about. But
I've heard of it, but I know very little about it.
it looks interesting. It might have potential to be something, but you know, at the moment it's going to only be available at PC whenever it does launch. But who knows? Eventually they'll probably port it to console. But it's a smaller studio that's working on it, so. But it definitely looks interesting to me. You know, maybe I'll try it out when I get the chance, or I'll just wait for it to come out and then I'll try it. You know. Because I think there's like a demo you can try, but obviously the demo is not going to give you access to everything that they're going to have in the game at launch, whenever it launches. So I think I'd rather just wait for the game to cook a little bit more, and then when they take the game out of the oven, then I'll try it out. That's at least my plan. C. Ray says, perhaps stronger ships, bosses in year 3. Yeah, that's something I thought about as well, and I've talked about that in a few videos, including last week's video, like my idea for like a Black Flag Racing Skull and Bones collab video. Like with stronger ships, it's a perfect opportunity to introduce the Man of Wars into Skull and Bones, especially if they're going to bring the BTA over, the British Trade Alliance. I mean, have their flagships be Man of Wars, right? Because we can take down frigates, no problem, right? And we can fight the Sea Lords, no problem. But yeah, I think we need more of a challenge in, you know, adding the Man of Wars to fight would give players more of a challenge, and eventually we get to actually acquire our own Man of War, but they won't do that right away, I doubt. Because if you play Black Flag, those ships are massive. Yeah. A Black Flag, a Man of War in Black Flag is easily way larger than what we have in this game right now. It's larger than the frigate. It's larger than the Corvette. It's larger than the Dutch Flute. And I would say it's larger than the War Junk. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a minute before we get those. But that'd be a cool enemy to fight. Let's see what else. The ability to own an island. I don't know if we'd be able to own an island, but I have 2 ideas. One is, and I've mentioned this a few times, is like give us the option to like purchase like a private den on one of these islands. Like they would have like they would have a private den here, right? Let's say at least these 4, right? Maybe this one too. and then you could pick one, right? You could pick where you want your private den to be. And then you acquire it, and then you would be able to, very similar to the Hubrick twins have a private layer you can go into, and Lee has a private layer you can go into. And I think I have a treasure here, but I'll worry about that in a little bit. So similar to the Hubrick twins, similar to Lee, like having us be able to purchase and customize and upgrade our own private like layer on one of the islands in the open ocean that I talked about. That would be cool. So I'll show you guys in a minute. Let me dig up this treasure. The other idea would be like on certain ships, being able to have like an actual captain's quarters to go into, and also like customize and even maybe have some upgrades in that. So I do like both of those ideas. I mean, especially for like the larger ships in our fleets, like for example, like the frigate, the corvette, even some of the larger medium ships like the brigantine, the brig, maybe one or two others seem to be big enough to where they could hypothetically have a decent captain's quarters on board. Now the small ships, obviously, I don't think we could have a nice big captain's quarters on a small ship unless it's a fucking TARDIS, right? It's bigger on the inside. Maybe they're going to use that logic. All right, we'll see if the game actually lets me go in here. It should. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. Like we have our own own layer that we can like purchase, customize, and have some upgrades inside of it. And maybe even like a dock, like an inside dock where you can like put some of your ships and you could just go walk around your dock and look at your ships. And then you could board one of your ships and set sail from your underground dock. Because I think Lee has that, like in a cutscene when you confront her, like her ship is actually in like a cave, I guess. So it'd be kind of cool if we had that. Similar to what, once again, the Hubrick twins have and also Lee. So we can go to Lee's real quick. So we'll go up to hers. But I don't think I think the one thing you can't do is you can't walk into the dock area because that was just a cutscene. I think it's the Sunni Foundry. No, I think it's Ruins of Lacoon. I think this is where Lee's lair is. But yeah, like I said, the open ocean makes sense because there's nothing out here really. Like this is controlled by not really anybody. Or this. I think that technically Lepes is here. It's either Dutchman's Camp or Grande. Like one of these has technically like Lepes' hideout, but you can't go into Lepes' hideout. You see his lighthouse, like where his base is, but that's it though. I think it's right here because this is where Lepes spawns. So. Like, if you go over here, it's pretty obvious that this is where Lepes hangs out. So, don't put it here. That would not make sense. All right, so let's go inside. I think it's inside the waterfall. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Sorry.
Why did I get the feeling you were going to sing that?
No. I wouldn't do that. No, not me. Anyways, let's go inside this lair. And... you'll see the difference between Lee's lair and the Hubrick twins' lair. But see, I think that's a cool idea. So this is what Lee's lair looks like. Then you could have like banners you could put up. You could have furniture. You could have different you have like your wardrobe. You could have like all sorts of things, right? Maybe even your own like vendors or your own blacksmith. And then maybe you like can go into a dock area where like you can like set up like 5 of your own ships or 10 of your own ships, and you can just walk around the dock and look at your ships. That'd be neat. But yeah. So yeah, that's something I definitely talked about a few times. Would be cool if they added our own personal private, like pirate lair or den or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, that's definitely an idea. Am I going to play Arc Genesis? No. I tried Ark a long time ago, back in the early days, and it's always had like issues, like trying to run the damn game. Like I've always had like frame rate issues with it. I was just one of my own dinosaurs, and yeah, I'm probably not going to bother with that. I think Rust has even introduced their own ships as well. It's like, okay, Rust. It's like, in the end, I'm like, great. All right, I got one more extraction to do real quick. And, yeah, I mean, you'd get like, you could also put trophies up, like trophies from fighting, like the elite like sea lords, right? You'd get trophies for fighting the sea monsters, right? You could just flex, like, put them on the wall or something, or have like a trophy cabinet or trophy room, and then you'd have like an area where you would put your loot. And I grabbed the wrong fucking ship. Wait, I didn't do it yet. I didn't do it yet. Okay, nothing's fucked. I'm not fucked yet. I just gotta get the hell out of here because there's DMC ships. So what are you doing, UG?
Just doing manufacturing stuff at the minute.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, I know it's been a quick minute since I've done this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just, I meant to grab my slip of war for this. So I almost made a mistake. Fortunately, I did not. I just got to get away to where I can safely jump to, I'm in combat. Fudge! Alright, let me sail out to sea and try to, I don't know, try to get somewhere where I can do this. Would be nice. Because I have one more extraction I need to take care of, then I can switch it back to a regular thing. Alright, am I far enough away now? Yes, okay, good. Nice. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot they could do with a pirate lair. I mean, obviously they would probably have some interiors that you could buy from them so generously from the store. I mean, I think they should also have stuff that you could purchase in game and unlock in game and earn in game. But it's Ubisoft, you know they're going to do that. But I mean, hey, it's another thing for them to sell that people would be willing to buy, and you know, if it financially helps keep the game going, then I'm in favor of it, you know. I mean, especially if people like it, you know, and they do a lot with it. Because, like, for example, like Edward Kenway, and I showed this off in my latest video, Edward Kenway has his own captain's quarters he can go into, and he has his own, like, eventually you can get his own, like, island, and you can get his own, he has his own mansion and his own little lair where you can go look at his weapons and armor and outfits and piles of his treasures, right? All right, let me go ahead and claim that, join the event. All right, let's get going. So I think that's a cool idea. Hopefully it's something they've considered. Hopefully. That in land combat. But at the end of the day, all I can do and all others can do is put out the ideas. And whether or not Ubisoft listens to our ideas or finds merit in certain ideas, especially if enough people in the community like want the same thing, like land combat, for example, or whatnot. I mean, your hope is that they actually listen to the community and they actually end up adding things that we want added. But a lot of people want land combat, and they did mention when they first announced Year 2 that we would be getting land combat. But obviously that's been put on the shelf. But maybe we'll see it in Year 3. We can only hope.
Like, I mean, it would be a good way to start off season Year 3.
Yeah, you know, I really do feel like they should consider doing something to get Year 3 off with a bang.
Yeah.
Like, I would prefer a bang over a whimper. But I don't know I don't know exactly besides land combat what that would be. Maybe a new large ship. I'm guessing what they're going to do, and it's just my theory, is that because this whole war between the DMC and the company is not helping either side of the war. So somebody is benefiting from the war, not just Lucian Harold, that one new villain they introduced, but the people behind, or the entity behind Lucian, which I think is the BTA, the British Trade Alliance, the faction that you have to deal with in the tutorial. And my running theory, and other people feel the same way, is that the BTA is the ones that set the DMC and the company off against each other in order for them to fight each other, weaken each other, destroy so many ships and the cost of lives and treasure, to the point where both sides would be weak enough to where they could not withstand a BTA invasion of the Indian Ocean. So I feel like that's how year 3 is going to start, with the BTA just coming into the ocean and just wrecking like DMC ships and company ships and pirate ships and any ships that get in their way, right? Which would be kind of a cool opening, where you have some ships like sitting, like maybe a company ships, or maybe some ships. I don't know what faction. It doesn't matter. Or maybe both factions. Maybe both factions are sitting there, right? And they're like in the middle of the ocean, like trying to negotiate a truce or a ceasefire. And there's a fog, right? And then all of a sudden, like one of their ships get destroyed. Like one of the DMC's ships get destroyed. And then all of a sudden a company ship gets destroyed. And they're like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden you see through the fog a whole fleet of BTA ships coming through the fog, right? And then they just open fire on the company and the DMC ships and just rip them asunder. I think that'd be a cool way to start year 3. What do you think, UG?
Yeah, I would go along with that. It's just like, new year, just give us something good.
Yeah. And that way, maybe the company and the DMC is still around, but they've been weakened to the point where they can't stop the BTA from also coming into the Indian Ocean to take their own piece, right? A big chunk of the pie that they once had. Let's just say the BTA takes the African side, right? They take over the entire African coast. And then they push both the DMC and the company out of Africa. And then they have ambitions to push further to the Red Isles and to the Eastern Indies. And then you have to repel them, right? So you have to engage them in battle across the Indian Ocean and also deal with their man of wars, which are like big and lots of guns, and kind of takes a minute or two to sink. Especially like their own elite sea lords. So I think that would be cool. Just add dinosaurs. Hey, dinosaurs makes everything better.
Oh yeah.
As a dinosaur enjoyer, I agree.
Just mentioned dinosaurs, he's sold.
Oh, dinosaurs. Okay. Now we're talking.
There you go. Dinosaurs? I'm listening.
I mean, dinosaurs have been gone for like 65, 66 million years ago, but we technically do have a dinosaur. We have the Tylosaurus. And I don't know if is it a dinosaur or was it a sea reptile? It was something. It existed during the time of the dinosaurs, and that's what counts in my humble opinion. Yeah. Or maybe they can add that big giant pterosaur, the Quintuqualis, or whatever it's called. Maybe they could add that as a new sea monster where it just swoops down and attacks your ship, right? That'd be a good sea monster. And it just scoops crewmates off the ship and devours them. Kind of like it does the tourists in Jurassic World Evolution 2 and 3. That's always fun to watch for some reason.
You kind of get like some kind of sick enjoyment out of watching that.
I hate to admit it, I do. I really do.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know why. It's just like, we talked about this before when we used to play Sims. There'd come a point after like trying to help build up our Sims, eventually they piss us off and we just start making their lives utterly miserable. It's messed up, but for some reason we'll do it. I don't know if that was their original intention when they made the first Sims game.
May the waves be soft
Maybe not.
now.
But then again, maybe some of them are like, you know what? This could actually go another way. Like ideally we want the player to actually build up their sim and make their life awesome and stuff. But what if we actually had the door swing both ways to where, like, you could just make your sim's life a living hell all the way to the bitter end.
This kind of depends what mood you're in.
Yeah, basically.
Starting here and aiming with
Or it's just like what we used to do when Fat streamed it.
Oh yeah, we were talking because he was trying, like poor Fat was trying to give his Sims the good life, and we were like little devils on his shoulders, like no, do this, Fat.
Oh yeah.
Buy the cheap stuff, Fat. It's better. It totally won't catch fire.
He kept telling us like no, and then like why? We were like, why not?
Yeah. No, save some money. Buy the cheap microwave. Buy the cheap stove. And then it would catch on fire.
This, right? I was in bed one night and I was just nodding off, and you like messaged me, Fat streaming Sims, and I was just like, okay, I'm getting up.
Yeah, that was good. Then one of his kids looked like Chucky. And we kept calling the kid Chucky, and it pissed him off. It's like his name's not Chucky.
Oh, that disastrous, god awful violin.
Oh yeah, the violin. That was funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ray says, "See, how's the game going in its popularity?" I feel like, I mean, if we let's go by the Twitch numbers real quick. My numbers. Don't worry about my numbers on Twitch. We just kind of disregard that. Should I even say how many people are watching people play Skull and Bones on Twitch right now? Should I even say that number? Yuji, no, you're not looking, are you?
No, I'm gonna have a look myself.
Don't look. I want you to guess. I want you to play the guessing game. Give me a number, and I'll tell you if you're high or low.
Less than 1,000.
Way less than 1,000. 1,000 would be amazing for this game if 1,000 people were watching people stream Skull and Bones on Twitch right now. But it's way lower than 1,000.
Okay, if it's lower than 500, we have a problem.
We have a problem, a major problem. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, 500 would be good. That would be good if there was 500. But sadly it's not even close to 500. I don't know. Should I go lower? Actually,
No, I'm looking at this myself.
okay. Well, Ray, your number's actually low, and I'm gonna spoil it for Yuji. Poor Yuji. It's not 36. When I just looked a moment ago, it was 47. So.
Oh wow.
I mean, maybe it's 36 from Ray's point of view, but I just saw the number at 47. Like, yeah, that's not good.
Oh wow. Ooh, damn.
Yeah. Not good. Because I think even Skull and Bones right now, I mean, even Sea of Thieves right now, which is having a lot of issues, and they've had some player drop-offs. Like, even with Sea of Thieves, I think their number is still higher right now than Skull and Bones. But, yeah, I mean, look, this is not GTA Online. This is not World of Warcraft. This is not Fortnite. We know this game is never going to have a huge following or huge player count. But I generally believe that this game can do better. Right? I feel like this game can do things to appeal to more players. But those things, haven't been added yet to the game, sadly. That's because it's boring. Yeah, I mean it's true, because look, I think the boss battles are pretty good. They're each different and a little bit like fighting Lopez is a little different than the Hubert twins or Lee or Vikram or the sea monsters. But when you do it over and over and over and over again, it gets boring. It gets repetitive. So I totally get that. I guess that's one thing I do appreciate about them adding the Kraken, because it does add a challenge. But there's a lot of us that have trouble beating the Kraken because we just don't have enough time. Because not everybody that plays this game are epic, like, awesome pro Skull and Bones gamers. And some of us don't want the solution to all problems to be the Garuda. And that's the same thing in Death Tides. That's what people like to rock in Death Tides, is a Garuda. Or going up against the Kraken, the Garuda. I'm like, come on. I mean, the point is, like, ship variety. Like, different types of ship, different builds, like DPS, support, tank, and different weapons. Like, I don't like it when you have to have one particular build on one specific class of ship. That's just boring. That's why I try to avoid the build guides, because I'm like, no, I will reluctantly let Riley look at my ship and do a build, because she seems to be pretty good at looking at it and coming up with a good build for a ship. She's kind of a natural at it. I'm not as good. My builds suck by comparison. That's why I don't do build guide videos. I know my limitations in that regard. But the problem is, when everybody has the same build, like, it just kind of takes away some individuality to it, you know? I don't know. I just feel like sometimes that tends to happen. Not always, but I don't know. I just feel like they said at the beginning that you'd be able to have different ways of fighting the Kraken. Now, you wouldn't have to use just one specific build or one specific ship. But whenever you join a fight and it's like a ton of Garudas, and a lot of players that fight the Kraken will use a Garuda with a few exceptions. Okay, let me put that out there. A few exceptions. Then you're just like, well, that's kind of boring. I mean, especially for players like me, that's not really, I don't really care for the Garudas. I hate to say that. If you like a Garuda, that's fine. That's the one thing I like about the game, is that there's different ships and different, like, build options for each ship. I'm just more of a medium close range fighter. I prefer getting into the fight. I'm not sitting in the back from a safe distance, like sniping, when it comes to ship warfare. If I want to do that, I'll just go get an aircraft carrier. Oh, wait.
Look, if I want to be like one of those people that just fires from a distance, I just go play Call of Duty again.
Yeah, just go snipe in a sniping game. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I don't want to do that in a pirate ship game, you know? It's just more epic to be going like broadside to broadside, you know, bam, cannonballs roaring and stuff, you know? I'm more into that sort of thing. Or like going around a convoy with your Super War with torpedoes. That's fun. Because you see the torpedoes, boom, 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 you know? You know, that's cool. Because you're in the fray, you know? You're not sitting back at the very edge of the map, safe and secure, you know, just, you know, blasting away with long guns. See, Ray says, I'll use the snow, part fighter, part healer. I only use a small ship. Big ship's slow for me. My snow poison lightning healer build. Same in my small ship. Yeah, Riley likes using small ships. Like, she loves the smaller ships. So, like the cutter, she likes to use the cutter. The regular sloop, she likes the regular sloop. She also likes those sloop of war. And she's also built up her better as well. And the way I see the smaller ships, they're kind of like the fighter jets of the game, right? If you build it a certain way and you fully upgrade them, the little ships are like the fighter jets. And Riley likes fighter jets, so it works out for her, because she doesn't care for these larger ships, like the frigate, which Yuji is using, or the Corvette, which is what I'm using. She kind of likes the Corvette, but she's not in love with the Corvette, you know? But, I mean, that's why I like the different ship sizes. There's different options for players based on what they prefer. You know, some of us just like having a big giant ship like the frigate with all these guns on it, you know? You know, then there's some that's like you, Ray, or like Riley, my better half. She likes to sail around in a cutter healing people, or she likes to jump in a sloop or jump in the better when she wants to go on the attack. So I totally get that, and that's one thing I've been working on. I need to go back and rework my Corvette because I like the idea of it being a hybrid, right? Where I can do some damage in battle with the Corvette, but it also is meant to be a healing ship too, you know. Yeah, plus I really do like the look of the Corvette. I think it's a good looking ship. Just like I think the frigate's a good looking ship. But yeah, I mean that's how I feel about it. What do you say, Eugene?
Yeah, I think it's just like for me, just pick whatever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah,
So that's it.
Exactly. And I think one of the best things they did early on in Skull and Bones in year one was actually make the small ships useful, because there was a time when once people got past using the small ships and they were able to move on to the Brigantine and the Snow and the Bark, etc. Like the small ships for a while got abandoned. But then when they introduced the ability to upgrade the small ships and the medium ships and the large ships, when they added large ships this year, like then it made people actually want to go back and revisit the small ships and upgrade their betters and cutters and sloops. Because, you know, some people like using those ships, and that's totally fine. They serve a purpose. Especially with the ascended weapons, the ascended armor you can get, the different furniture. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those options definitely make Skull and Bones enjoyable for myself and many players in the game. But there's just some things that the game is lacking that I hope to see in year 3. Hopefully. But I'm guessing we'll find out more about year 3 coming up in, I think they said April is when they're going to first start teasing year 3, and maybe they'll do a showcase in May. That's what they said during the deck stream the other day. But once again, look,
This would just have to wait and see what happens.
Exactly. We'll just have to wait and see. But even though I'm not really a fan of the Garuda, I'm not here hating on the Garuda, because I recognize there's players that love the Garuda, and that's totally fine. But I just don't want every solution to all the problems we face in the game to be solved by the Garuda. You know? It's like, oh, just go get a Garuda. Oh, just go get a Garuda. Oh, you know what you need? A Garuda. It's like, that's just like, then what's the point of the rest of my ships if it's only going to be the Garuda that we need? You know? I'm just saying. But anyways, I guess that's enough Skull and Bones today. But Yuji, before you go, what have you got planned this week on your channel?
Alright, so I guess it's back to it after I was sick as hell all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow, Pokemon Legends, I guess. And yes, I know it's not the most popular thing at the minute, but I have made a vow that once I start a Let's Play, I'm going to finish it.
Well, and as long as you're enjoying it, that's also what matters. So.
At the minute, yeah, but it's probably just going to come to a point where I'm just kind of like, okay, can we just end this game now?
Well, you know, when it comes to that point, just call it a day. I mean, it's your streams. Yeah, yeah.
And then Tuesday, Red Dead Redemption 2. Woo! Where I'm probably going to attempt a bank robbery and nothing will go wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That bank robbery is going to go well. You're going to get lots of money. You're going to go to Tahiti, and everything works out. The end.
Yeah, and then Micah drowns on the boat on the way over.
Oh, what a shame.
I know, it's such a heartbreaker, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, at the minute, I am currently working on a Resident Evil 2 video at the moment, because some people think that it can't be done in over 2.5 hours. I am going to make that video and prove that person wrong.
Oh. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you very much. Well, I've already done it. I've done a few practice runs.
Yeah,
and
well.
The quickest I've done it is 2 hours 5 minutes.
Good luck with the aftermath. But anyways, less said, the better.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna say this like real quick. If I do that and I put it up, you haven't got a fucking leg to stand on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, just like there's more important things going on in the world. And some people just get torn up. Some people just get torn up about the wrong things. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah, plus I'm a Resident Evil fan, so I've kind of always wanted to do it, so yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah. See, that's a good thing. But yeah, Yuji, I do appreciate you and Riley joining me today for some Skull and Bones.
No worries.
And I hope you have fun playing Red Dead Redemption 2 coming up, and I hope you have a good week, and I hope Gina gets to feeling better.
Oh, thank you, man. And you and Riley enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you at some point anyway.
All right, see you later, Yuji.
All right, later, my man. Have a good one.
Bye. All right, if you get a chance, check out Yuji's channel. Check out Riley's channel. By the way, Riley, she's going to be streaming some Infield tonight. The Ark Knights Infield, a game she really enjoys playing. It's a freemium game, but she likes it. So she'll be playing that tonight on her channel. I think she's going to start it at 8 p.m. Central, so I'll be there. I'll promote it as usual. I'll be hanging out in the live chat. Hopefully the stream goes good. Most of the time it does, but sometimes there's some internet issue that occurs. But yeah, I do appreciate all of you guys watching the Skull and Bones stream today. Those of you that were here on the Ides of March, the day that Julius Caesar was assassinated by the Roman Senate. Well, not everyone in the Roman Senate. A few assholes like Brutus and Cassius, those jerkwads. But yeah, that's like Roman history though. Anyways, so Tuesday, there's probably not going to be a Skull and Bones stream on video, our stream on Tuesday, because nothing new is happening in the game at the moment. We have the current period of the faction war. We have one more week left in the founding event. So you still have another week to get the cosmetics from the founding event if you haven't done so already. The next Skull and Bones stream will be a week from today, Saturday, 12 p.m. Central. I think it's still going to be 5 p.m. UK. I don't think they do daylight savings I think they do that at the end of the month. But anyways, so what's the plan next Sunday? Continuation of my starting over series with my other captain. So that's my plan. Kind of creepy. Now in the background, it looked like there's a person, but there's not a person. I think it's just the way it looks in the webcam. It just looks like somebody's standing there, but it's like an optical illusion. Maybe it's a ghost. At first, I thought it was my roommate, my friend that's crashing with us while he's looking for a new job, but it's not. I think it's just the lighting. But yeah, that's not a person. First, I thought it was just someone standing there looking at me. Creepy. But yeah, so a week from now, another installment of my Skull and Bones Starting Over series, where I'll be back in World Tier 1 with my other pirate on my other PlayStation account. That'll be fun. Maybe we'll get her some more founding cosmetics. Well, we're also focusing on like playing through the main story again of Skull and Bones on that account, FYI. So that's next Sunday, a week from today. And then not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday on March 24th, the main event returns to Skull and Bones. So that's pretty much what's happening right now in Skull and Bones. Not much. But, fortunately the new event's coming, the main event, March 24th. So we'll be checking that out 2 weeks from now. Yeah. But yeah, I do appreciate those of you that take the time to watch my streams and my content, whether it's live on YouTube or Twitch, or just going through the playlist, because I do have a Skull and Bones playlist of all my videos and streams piled up in there. And I do appreciate you guys that subscribe to the channel or follow me on Twitch for my Skull and Bones streams and content. It means a lot to me. And I hope you all have a great week ahead. And if you enjoyed watching me on Twitch, feel free and give me a follow on Twitch. And if you're watching on YouTube, before you sail on out of here, be sure and drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, yes, we cover Skull and Bones. I think I pretty much pointed that out. So any Skull and Bones news, I will cover it, along with Skull and Bones streams and more. Plus, we're also covering anything related to GTA Online and anything when it comes to GTA 6 news. Plus, Diablo Let's Plays. I'll be wrapping up the main story of Diablo 2 Resurrected on Wednesday. So that video will be out Wednesday. We're going to take down the Lord of Terror himself. And then the following Wednesday, I'm going into Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred. That's going to either be a 2 or 3 part playthrough. of Vessel of Hatred, the first expansion to Diablo 4, and then at the end of April, Lord of Hatred, the second expansion to Diablo 4 drops, and I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of that as well. And then after all that's done, then I'll probably circle back to Diablo 2 Resurrected to do the Lord of Destruction expansion. That's my plan when it comes to my Diablo Let's Plays going forward into the rest of March, April, probably going into May as well. So yeah, I'm going to continue the Diablo Let's Plays on the channel, along with covering Skull and Bones and GTA, and whatever else I'm into. Maybe we'll play some Crimson Desert when that comes out. I'm kind of interested in Crimson Desert. But yeah, big thanks to Yuji and Riley for joining me today. You can check out their channels, linked below in the description section. You can also find their channels over in my featured channel section, where you can find several of my friends' channels. Plus, Riley and I also have our monthly vlogs channel, where you can always go back and rewatch our monthly vlogs, like the February 2026 vlog. It's available below in the description section as well, so feel free and check that out. And good news, the background is her and me selling around in Skull and Bones, so even better for all my Skull and Bones viewers. And yeah, big thank you to all of you for watching, my amazing viewers, subscribers, fans, friends, followers, fans, my mods, super chat heroes, and of course my YouTube members. And if you're interested in the YouTube membership program, click the join button on YouTube. All YouTube members get access to the badges, the emotes, the shout outs at the beginning of live streams. You get included below in the description section of all YouTube streams. Early access to one video a week, which will be out tomorrow morning, Monday morning. Early access for the members, like 3 hours for the members. And then it becomes available for everybody else. And all members get included in the description section of the channel, where you can find my live stream schedule, as well as links to other socials, Twitch, Discord, and once again, the vlogs channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. And as always, from the bottom of my heart, from me to each and every one of you, as always, thanks for watching.